Yeah. This bullish trend is continuing for now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been a little bit. How we doing? Dang. Good seeing y'all. Nice to have everybody checking in. Oh. Strong little pump this morning. Trying to get something set up here first. What is going on, YouTube? Come on. Jeez. I'm so confused. Is my shit broken right now? Sorry, live chat is currently unavailable. Am I not live? This music is not going to do it either. My word.
I switched from due dates to due dates, and it made me go from weeks behind to weeks ahead of my deadlines. You see, I used to just bedrocks all day getting nothing done. And you know that feeling of anxiety?
My phone is working now. We are live.
To-do list is quite overwhelming. That was
Nice. Now I have an ad in here. This is awesome. There you are. My chat wasn't even popping up. Morning, Saucy. Morning, buddy. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can finally see chat. Looks things are looking like we're in here. We got some news. That was already done. That one's already done too. All right. Very sideways early session. Fill to this bottom. Opening print price. We got a flush to this area here. I'm thinking longs, honestly, especially we keep holding this EMA. We can hear you. Yay. Morning, brother. Morning, Brett. I'm feeling long today. I don't know. I don't actually, truthfully, don't think we're going to have a whole lot of extension. Like, I don't think we're going to be going. I don't feel like this is a big day for movement in general, but we'll see. I could see us just kind of staying in this range, you know. Looking for a fill up VWAP a little bit below here. I've been trading levels. I have to adjust my my combine strategy slightly that I've been figuring out here, boys. Spent enough money to at least we learned that we can come in at always. You can get high leverage on these pot spots, but I gotta be waiting for combines because I've been trading my combines like I want to trade my XFA, right? Because I didn't have enough experience with these entries, but now that I do, I don't need to be really leveraging. What I'm really gonna be looking for from here on out, just for combines, is stuff like this, these tight ranges where all you gotta do is just buy an outside edge, rather than this range. Like VWAP right now is in the range, so I'm gonna be a little bit more patient. But yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking. Look at the hourly chart. Get rid of this. Let's just take a peek at the hourly. You can see we're kind of starting to reach a little different here. This is the daily chart. Take a peek. It's the daily. I agree with what you just said. I like that. I like that, Saucy. Different strategy to pass combines and for XFAs. I've been good at the XFA trading, like trading levels essentially, rather than just trading ranges. Levels are how you're going to get paid big dollars once you have a live or funded account, but ranges are how you're going to get those. So yeah, we're kind of just hanging out near this top. I don't know. It's definitely interesting. One of the most insane rallies, just non-stop. We did hold VWAP. Like, I was kind of looking for a fill there. I was looking for a little bit lower at like these 63s. We bounced off the VWAP, starting to get some hold. See what happens here. So you need 1,500, Saucy, man. How you been? Are you doing that with 1 or 2 contracts? How's that looking for you? Yeah. First 10 minutes so far of the market. First 10 minutes of the market. Let the market, let this first 15-minute range play out. Get a better idea where we're looking like. Really feels kind of rangy of a day. Overnight highs fairly close. Closer than overnight low. Weekly high also took theirs. So, yeah. I guess you could determine if you think this is going to be the high of the week for Monday. Otherwise, position yourself. I was looking to get it long off the VWAP, but I was actually looking for the 63s. We only got to the 67s here, starting to get back towards the top of this range. Let's see the reaction. I made 1,200 off 3 yesterday. Made the remaining 300 on 2 contracts over 2 small trades. 3 yesterday. 3 cons, nice. I made the remaining 300 on 2 contracts with 2 small trades. Okay, buddy, I like that. Looking for 300 with 2 cons is crazy, but it worked, so I love that. But be cautious there. Holding the EMA, holding the VWAP, opening print candle pushed us up pretty strong. We're still in a pretty tight range considering overnight. This first hourly sell, or what is this, 6 to 8. So 2 hours of sell-off has been our entire overnight range so far, top to bottom. I'll trade the sideways action with 2 to 3 contracts. It feels safe. Morning, Wanichi. Morning, brother. Hell yeah. Hope you're doing well, man. I like that, Sauce. The sideways contracts with 2 to 3. Sideways action with 2 to 3 contracts. It does feels pretty good. I like that. Good morning, Juan. Good luck today, buddy. Hope you're going to smash these charts. Hey, Juan, we're changing our thing up a little bit here. So I've officially perfected the outside leverage. Or I've gotten really good at my entries. But I'm trading combines like I'm trading an XFA. The reason that's not for my favor here, nice sell-off, pushing through the VWAP. We're getting a push down in the 22,000 whole numbers now. Interesting little move there. Got to the top, round to the top of that range. Bottom of this range is a little bit harder to predict. There's like 3 different spots and they're all descending. But yeah, I've been trading my XFAs like I've been trading the combines, which is good because I needed to get my entries better. But now I need to get better at just range trading to pass these combines. And then from there, you can actually take some leverage. Got to push down to the 40s where we have some previous support. a little bit here, a couple times actually. So, see what happens here. First 15 minutes hasn't even been put in yet. EMA got above VWAP, but it's getting pulled back down now. We'll see if there's a cross. We'll see that reaction. Here to the 22,000s now. Still holding about 30-ish, 40-ish points from the whole number. Decent little sell-off here to complete the 15-minute range. See the bottom of this candle. This bottom of this candle is going to determine the bottom of our range. We're pushing down into the 30s now. Wherever this closes for the bottom is going to be the completion of the 15. Looks like it might be the 29.50s. See if we get a flush here. Alright, that's the range. There's our 15-minute range. Pushing to the bottom of it a little bit here. Are we getting to anywhere that's attractive? Not really. I'm going to take a short there at the VWAP if we get a pull back into it, but I'm going to be a little bit more patient. I think it can move for 15 points, but I don't know how much more after that. Gotta wait for some sideways action. Right now we're getting some decent movement, so. I say that, but I'm putting my normal on. Getting a push to the EMA here. It'll be interesting to see this reaction. Buyers are going to continue to hold this down like this. It's feeling like a kind of a wash day in terms of volatility. So you're trading the eval like it's a real account. Morning, brother. No, so I'm going to be trading these differently. Technically this trade would be a level trade. So I'm trading the evals like just an eval. I'm really just looking for a range, a tight little range. Not exactly what I'm showing you right here. This is technically, I'm looking for a level here, but we'll see what happens. Putting the EMA, I have an order up at the 56s. Looks like we're going to get filled here, possibly. All right. Now we got to see if the VWAP's going to hold this here. We're at an interesting little price for sure. I want to see the sellers hold. I want to see the sellers hold this. VWAP try. We'll know pretty quickly how this is looking for us after this candle closes. Technically, I'm not doing my eval strat. This is how I'd get in for a normal position. Want to see the EMA get closed here. If we can get below the EMA with a closure, we'll be okay in this position. Buyers are claiming this area right now, so want to be cautious. We could get a pump here. They're holding the EMA, holding the VWAP. Feels like we might be on the wrong side of it. So you might get stuck in news, brother. Get stuck in the news. The news ain't out yet, is it? Is there news right now, buddy? I don't think so. We might be stuck on the wrong side of this, though. I'm still trading this like an XFA right now, just because I like this initial level off this 15-minute bottom, but we'll see with VWAP here. We have to have the VWAP support, otherwise this trade is cooked. And it feels like buyers are supporting, so just keep that in mind. Gonna have to get a good closure here from the sellers if we want to be right. No, but it's soon. Is it soon? 10 o'clock? 9:45. Is it 10 o'clock news, Saucy? I didn't even know that. Trying to get a move by the sellers, but the buyers are still holding right now. Got to get a little push back in there. We're looking for the 48s to trade. We're looking for the 48s to trade here. Getting small movements, but we can't give up the EMA here. We got to give up the EMA if we want this to actually hold for us. Otherwise, we might be on the wrong side. Is there not news at 10? I can't confirm that, actually. I don't think so, Saucy. I don't think so. I do think we might be... This trade's getting a little bit more interesting here. We just defended the EMA. I would have liked to see the sellers get that below the EMA there. Us holding this is an interesting price. I don't think there's news, though, at 10, Saucy. I like that candle closure. Got to get it below this EMA now. Below that previous wick if we want to get through this. Almost just got teased there. 13. Oh, my tease. Oh, my tease. Can we get a fill? What was that? Ugh. Brutal. Brutal looking for that fill there. Let's get a fill on the other side of this candle now. Come on, NASDAQ. You're doing me a little dirty. We just got teased out of our shorts. If this doesn't continue to push through here, I don't like holding the EMA here. Not a fan of this price right now. I want to see this give up now. Here we go. Let's fill out. Boys. Not good. Guess what I did not do? Fuck. Look at this. I have one account because the rest didn't follow because I didn't copy trade them. Damn it! Alright, so I gotta go get that situated. Copy trading. Who's the one that did the money? 4242 is the winner. So this guy doesn't need it. This guy does. 42 doesn't need to follow. These ones need to follow. Save changes. Enable trader. This one's the winner. Now I have to do it again. Oh my gosh. I don't think there's news at 10, Saucy. But that... Yeah. Getting a push back towards the 15-minute range. Middle. They reclaimed the bottom. Our range has been set, and now we're kind of pushing back towards the top. You're reading properly so far. I appreciate that, buddy. Damn. What a bummer. We should be done trading right now, but let's do it again, huh? Getting a pump out of this price now. We are reclaiming the VWAP. I think anything of a retest of VWAP now will be much more likely. I'm going to put an order here right now. Back to kind of where I was looking originally. See if we can get a retest of this price. Getting a strong pump, though. Buyers are stepping in. I have a limit order at the 63s again. This time we're buying. Excuse me. What a goofball for not copying my trades. I literally want to... Oh, my God. I was like, make sure you do that, sir. Because if you don't do that, sir, you're going to be sad. And now I'm sad. 78. We're looking for a fill 15 points below. Get it one more VWAP test. You can see the EMA starting to curl again off the support. I feel like we might not even get below this 68 price. But we're going to look for the 63s. It's definitely a little ambitious, but I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I cannot believe the luck of Tyler in terms of doing that. This is goofy. Let's see if we can get this fill here at the 63s. We're right below VWAP, which I love. I just want a little tap in. I don't want to have it hang out with us. Just want a little quick tap, tap, taparoo. 74. Looking for 11 points lower now. It's quite a bit, but come on. We're right there. Hope everybody else is trading this well, though. Keeping your accounts safe. All right, here's the price. I'm worried that we may not get back to VWAP. It's kind of my fear. I feel like the 68s could be our bounce spot instead of the 63s like I'm looking for. But I also, yeah. I'm gonna come up a little higher. I'm looking for the 65s now. I just want one little tap in here. I have a feeling we're gonna come take the top of the 15-minute range high here. I'm just trying to position myself accordingly. I don't love that I'm below EMA and the VWAP. I want to just be right with them. I feel like this is going to put a lot of longs fill here at this price. The 67s. We're looking for the 64s. Here we go. Can we get a fill? I don't think the way it's acting we're going to, though. We're going to come up a little higher. We're looking for a fill right above VWAP now, about a point and a half above. I'm going to come a little tighter. Oh my God, I thought we were about to just get tapped. Push in, fill us. Fill us. That just filled. But I've been a one-tick hero lately, gentlemen. Just one-tick hero. We should have just been filled into that trade. Where you going, NASDAQ? Come back down here, girl. But not for long. Like, I don't want to hang out with you. I just want you to fill me and then leave. Alright, you're filled. Now leave. Get reclaimed above that VWAP now. Don't come back down this way. Get back up there. I don't like this range in terms of the... in terms of, like, it's kind of a big movement. Let's see the VWAP hold. Got to see the buyers come in and defend this VWAP. Want to see the VWAP hold here.
Order filled.
Oh, that was crazy. That is getting along. Okay, holy shit. That is the high time frame. That is getting aligned with the high time frame. That is why I like VWAP retries. We got a break below VWAP. Reclaimed it out the bottom of the 15 range, right? Once we reclaim VWAP, you get a retest of it. That is a high time frame participant. That's how the market just moves and that easy. Let's go, Saucy. Are those all done? 51.511. 51.511s. We're in there now, boys. So now I gotta go back to my copy trader. And I'm gonna turn this one on as well now. Ew. Get out of here. Man, that was really exciting. That is high time frame participants. That's how you get involved with the people in the higher time frame. We got a great buy at the EMA or at the VWAP, and now we'd just be in this position for a long term. Had this be an actual trade, we would just be here hanging out, waiting for this thing to just print us more money, essentially. Yes, sir. Let's go, Saucy. Your turn now, bud. Let's go. And I wasn't recording that one. That would have been a great little short to make. That was such a fast boof. I want to actually take a peek at that. Trades. It was a 35-second trade, and the last bit of it there was really the speed, the Gonzala. Man, we'd still be long from like right here. This is so pretty. By the way, I just want to point this out there as well. Remember how I kept adjusting my entry to move up? I was like, oh, damn, I'm worried I'm going to keep moving my entry up. And then I pulled it down. Where I had it at the 63s was the bottom tick. That's what I'm saying about my entries right now. They've gotten so much. That 63 where I was like, oh, I don't know if we're going to get there, was literally the bottom tick. And now look where we're at. We don't get happy because we do it. We get happy because we can do it again and again and again. Michael Beasley. Yes, sir, Juan. We do it because we can do it again and again and again. Dude, that was just... Oh, it's been a little bit since I've been on the charts, so that was just nice to see and feel. I wish it was XFA because of my position right now. I think we have a chance to really get some extension, but... Yes, sir, Juan. Hope the same for you, buddy. Hope you're going to crush today. Hope you're long. Hope you're making some money. Excuse me. Hell yeah, Juan. Michael Beasley. Trying for the top of the 15-minute range. There's the top now. See the reaction. This would have been where I would have taken the trade off. So had I been long at VWAP, I'd probably be... Well, let me actually be honest real quick. No, I'd at least be targeting this high at 21s and probably closer to overnight high, honestly. Depending on this reaction. We're trying to break out of this. Had this account funded for about a week. Good for you, bro. Awesome. Today's day one. Had this account funded for about a week, but we haven't taken any trades. Okay. I like that patience, dude. Today's day one of taking trades. Is that what you're saying? Because if so, I love it. Unless you, yeah. If that's what you are saying. Big wick reaction off the top of the 15-minute range there, as you can see. Quite the reaction from the sellers after the buyers reclaimed it. Day one of taking trades, yes. Hell yeah. Well, then today's going to be a great day, bro. Good luck. I love that. Be patient. Today's kind of, we're kind of ranging right now. Like, if you look at overnight levels, we didn't really go anywhere. I mean, we had this overnight sell-off. This was the biggest range we set for the first 2 hours. This was opening print. Kind of sell off, and now we've just been in this same sell-off range for, like, the last session. We're trying to break higher right now, but the, yeah, we're just kind of in a sideways action, so be careful, but... I got faith, bro. I'm excited for you. Giving it all back. Getting pushed back closer to the VWAP now. Market's back to the 22,080s. After breaking out of the hundreds there. Pretty tight range, right? Am I tripping? What's the bottom of this? 28. The top is 810. So, like 90 points. Not too bad, I guess. 90 points is all right. It's all right. Interested to see where price goes from here. We're still holding above the VWAP. Creating a bit of an ascending ladder, though, so it could break through. I'll show you what I'm talking about. From this low here to this top here, we're creating a very specific pattern. From there, it'll be interesting to see the reaction. If this breaks down the other side, we could see another retest of the 50%. Trying to hold this trend line right now. Trying to hold this trend line. We're a little bit above the 50%. Or at the first spot where we kind of found some resistance off this morning's push. Now we're just kind of hanging out. We haven't really gone anywhere. Like I said, it's been a fairly tight range all day, going sideways. Even overnight was pretty sideways. We're set a big price, a big spot in the actual overall market, right? We had this massive tariff sell-off and then this strong rally. And now we're just like, investors are just like, okay, what's next? What's the play, boys? Because this is getting weirder. Like, look at this hourly chart. This hourly chart is nuts. Look at this thing. Oh my god. It's just unreal. Look at that, dude. I remember this bottom so clearly too. And this was a Monday. And then we just and now we're up to 22,000s and trying to press. We're getting closer and closer to all times again. And the market's just being strange. Push now back to the VWAP. Put the daily on real quick. I just want to take a peek at it. What a strong candle yesterday. My goodness. That just gives me continuation feelings. Like this might be the cheaper. These might be the cheaper fills of the day. Like down and around this area might be the cheaper longs of the day. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yesterday's candle was just so strong. It's hard to assume we're gonna get some continuation. Hard to not assume we're gonna get some continuation off of it. And yeah, I like these and this wick. So this is kind of the way I've been looking at like higher time frame trades. If you're trying to get bigger moves, 100 points plus points, you want to be looking at these wicks like this. So like this, think about this wick. What day was that? It was the 11th. So the 11th had the highest for this hour here. I'm gonna go back and look actually. 13th, 12th, 11th. Yeah, so all these prices from anything up here were just the higher fills of the day, and you could have gotten in and then just held for, you know, all of this downside action. And now we're back. Holding the VWAP, getting some direction back to the other side. Trying this trend line again. Want to see this thing claim it. Heck yeah. Is this day 60 of this new strategy? Yeah, we're getting up there. I think it's closer to like 70, bro. I think I'm closer to getting done this. I was only gonna do 90 days, so only a couple more weeks of this strat. But now that I've played it with it for 3 months and I've adjusted with it and I'm getting better with it, it's gonna be interesting to see how I use it moving forward. Like I said, my entries, which is why I flipped over to this in the first place, because my directional trading, I've always been decent at knowing roughly, like again, roughly where the market's looking like it wants to go, up, down, finding a trend. But getting in with that move and finding a spot where price isn't going to be retested to kick you out of the move has been the thing that this strategy has been helping me revise, and I've been actually getting better at doing. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen come when this time limit that I set on myself to try this new strategy is over. But I do know that it's done what I was hoping for, which is, again, increase my my accuracy on my entries. Like, again, this move right here, when I was like, oh, where do I want this to come down to? I was like, maybe the 63s. But I was like, I don't know if we're actually going to get below the VWAP and the EMA. I said that while we were like over here tricking around. The candle did push exactly into that price by like a tick or two. So it's like, I'm just getting better at those tighter entries. And now using that moving forward, it's going to help quite a bit. I'm going to see... I don't know, Juan, because the reason I did all this again isn't, I guess, the entry, but also is like, why take a trade, okay, if you can't put on size? Like, if you don't trust it enough to put on some size, then it probably isn't a great spot. You're feeling a little wishy-washy. So it also helps me just like optimize my trade entry, like my trade setups, and like take things that actually make sense. Like this reclaim. Okay, right. So we pushed through the 15-minute trade. My first trade this morning was a short. We pushed through the 15-minute range. We're getting a retest with only one bottom. So bottoms usually like to be tested. So we're getting a bottom, we're getting a push away, and we're getting a retest into the 50% and the VWAP. And we've had previous spots where we sold off from here, right? So this for me was okay to take a trade. I took one trade. We got the 15 points, but it didn't end up holding, and immediately found some strength. Once this strength started selling and retesting this price where we broke out, again, VWAP, 50%, everything the same, just on the other side of it, this was the spot where I was like, okay, this would make sense. And then the bottom of this range, this is where I want to participate. And then we get the move. So it's like, if I did that with one or two contracts, you know, we'd be up like, one contract would be up $1,000 right now, two contracts, $2,000. But because I was able to trade with size and leverage, I was able to be done instantly and still benefit from it. So I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do after this little session's over, Juan. I haven't had a payout with it, with this new session or this new strategy. So technically our only job is to make more money than we spend. And so I've been technically not doing great with it, but I'm not, like, I'm still profitable as a trader. I just have been giving back some of my wins with this new strategy, but that's kind of the game. Like, you're going to always spend money to learn. So I've been okay with that, knowing that when this does hit, it's going to hit and I'm going to get payout. Anyway, any way you can combine both strategies, it's a good it's a good question. I think so, man. I think there's ways to take the outside, take the better leverage trades or the better outside entries with less size is kind of the thing. But again, like, I would still be in this trade and I would be looking for this high to break, right? So this is at 120. We got in at the 60. So that was about 60 points with max leverage, Juan. That's a $6,000 trade. On 5 accounts, that's a $30,000 trade just to see this thing trade up to the 20s. We're 10 points from it now. Rather than if I didn't do that strategy, you know, it'd be 60 points. One account, one contract is like $1,200. So $1,200. So it's a fifth. It's just, I don't know. It's just tricky, man. Right? So there, that would have just traded, and we would have just made the 30 grand on the 5 accounts had we been in this trade for an XFA, not a combine. But you see why it's like for the last 3 months, I haven't been trading combines like combines. I've been trading combines with max leverage every single time because I'm trying to get better at these entries that I was able to locate. So now that that's getting better and a little bit more better, I think you're right, Juan. I think there's still room for optimizing this strategy in a way that has a higher win rate, because this strategy's profitability is really good. Like, when you are winning, if you can even get like a 20% win rate on this strategy, it's so much money. If I could get that to close to like a 35% win rate and keep my leverage, and actually, I know that's possible. I think the reason that that's not being achieved right now with this current setup, current strategy, is only because of my trade eagerness in a way. So I'm willing to see the direction, hop in and try, rather than waiting for the exact moment that I should be trying. Because sometimes I'll be getting stopped out and then the move will go stop me out and then move, which is obviously so normal, but that to me is a missed opportunity, because as I'm a leveraged trader and I need things to play out quickly for me, it means that you could have picked a better spot, right? So really decent move though. We got the push up. We're reclaiming the 15-minute range. We're kind of just hanging out. We're at this overnight range where we just broke through. Sellers are here. And now we're just kind of like chilling. Like I said, I thought yesterday's candle was super bullish, and I would assume we would get some continuation, and we did. And now we just wait and see what happens. Really interesting candle action here. Just taking a ladder. Slowly pressing higher now, the NASDAQ. Into the 22,130s. Getting some pump. Excuse me. Now that they're out of that side of the 15-minute range, probabilities drop. So it's not clear from here where we're going, but, you know, just find something that makes sense. Be happy with it. Beast. What a beast. Man, if that was an XFA, that was a big trade for us, boys. Really nice bottom tick on it. A really nice take profit on it. Ooh, excuse me. This music's a little slow, huh? Music's feeling a little bit. Oh, I say that in kicks. Okay. I remember you saying you liked the old strategy better, Juan. Why was that? What did you like about it, bro? Just because it was a little bit slower and less chaotic. Like this new higher leverage strategy is quick. You know, it's not slow. Like, it just happens. You're either right or you're wrong. And actually, that pushes closer towards, that's my personality. It's just better. I like to know if I'm right or wrong, and then from there I can stomach a loss, no problem. And then if a win comes, then you're there. And I don't know, I like both strategies. I like the I liked how much I could be like involved with the market, less stressful. Exactly. I like how much I could be involved with it. It was less stressful. You could be more, you could participate more, but it also is, it sets you up for more like mental decisions in general, and more mental decisions is typically like, no matter what, we're humans. So you combine enough times where we have to make a decision and you're going to make a poor one, not off of any reason other than, you know, probabilities and just how we are as people and everything. So I like to have less decisions, less entries. Just put my entry on, put my profit, my stop. That's the trade. Happens quick, happens quick. Less anxiety. The strategy gonna make you have gray hair. It's coming from my hair, bro. You're right. Oh, but it could be green hair too, because when she pays, she pays. Like I said, I haven't even had a payout yet, so I'm gonna give it another couple weeks here, see if we can get a payout, and then from there change decisions. Pushing back into the 15-minute range now. Decent little sell-off from the sellers, testing the breakout. Let's do the try here. Honestly, judging by this candle action so far, we could go see overnight highs. I'm hoping for green here, Juan. I'm hoping that this makes your boy some money. Because this is the fun part too, right? Say I get these accounts to the 10K. Okay, so now I have $22,500, $25,000 payout. Topstep takes 10%, $22,500 in the bank account. Now I have 5 accounts with 5,000 in them and 22,000 payout. I'm 1 day away, 150-point trade away with leverage again to getting another $22,000. So essentially, like almost $40,000 if I can do this strategy, and then my profitability is just skewed. So then with that 40 grand, just keep rolling over, play with leverage, play with it until it happens, and then eventually it should happen more often as long as you keep getting better. And yeah, we're just optimizing. You know what I really like though, Juan, bro? I really appreciate you because you found me on my other strategy, and yet you still come and hang out and support. And then when I've been trying this new strategy for a couple months, you still support, bro, and you're willing to watch me try to learn instead of like, you know, whatever, like just not benefiting from it as much as you were when I was trading my other strategy, and yet you still show up and still show love. So that means a lot, bro. I appreciate you, and I hope that, you know, you're able to pick up a few things from this new strategy. It is more stress, but it is, I'm telling you, there's a clarity to it as to just stress. It's like stress free. Like it's gonna work or it's not gonna work, and it's okay. Like, I don't know. I like it. I like it so far. We'll see. I gotta get some money from it. Otherwise, it's a wash. You can only like it, but if she ain't paying you, then she gotta go. So we'll see. Still right here at the top of the 15-minute range. We broke in slightly. Buyers bought it back up, and now we're just still trying to hang out. See if we get some continuation. Fashuli. Fashuli. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, buddy. Fashuli. Fashuli. For sure and surely. I'm into that. For sure. For surely. Still hanging out. We're at the EMA right now. And the top of the 15-minute range. If we get some continuation from here, pushing towards overnight high is very possible. So if we continue to base on this, we had 1, 2, 3 big touches of it, got suppressed, broke out of it now with New York session. If we can claim and get above this for like continuation, you should easily be able to see this 22,175 trade possibly. So if I wasn't in anything, I'd kind of be looking for that. I'd be looking for more structure. Excuse me. Hanging out at the top of this range. Our trend line that I deleted earlier is still being supported, I believe. A little bit different now. It's starting to curve out. So we might have given it up, actually. In which case, we might be pushing back down towards, like, yeah. Might get a little turn in direction here if they can't keep this 15-minute range held. Sauce, are you still there, man? How's your trading going so far? You taking any trades either one? Boom. Still hanging out right at the top of this range. Price has slowed up quite a bit now. It's 10:30. I'm here, but I haven't clicked a single button other than like the like for this video. That is my guy right there. W's for Brett. I love you, buddy. Hitting the like button for the stream means a lot. But when you do take a trade, good luck, Sauce. Looking for sells, but I need a better story with confirmation to actually take some sells. I like that one. Better structure. If I was a short, like you're saying you are, and you're looking to be participant in this. It depends how big of a range your move you're looking for, because the only spot I would have really been interested in was like, yeah, some type of 1 minute market structure shift with a break of structure at an overblock. You both are looking selly, huh? I like that. 1 minute market structure shift with a break of structure. That's technically right here. No on. 1 minute market structure shift, break of structure on this trend line here, and we have a top of the 50-minute trend line. This is kind of a short now. Market structure shift, break of structure, retry the top of the 50-minute range into somewhere around here. Now, my only problem with this short, right, is it's so temporary. Unless you're targeting like these lows, which I guess the 22,000s could come back and trade again. So yeah, I guess if I was short, I'd be kind of looking for a retest of this EMA trend line price around like somewhere up here, but it's tricky. It's tricky. And Brett is agreeing with him. He wants shorts as well, so good luck, boys. I like that. I use the 50-minute range. Some people say that would be a market structure shift, but I don't count it. I use the 15-minute range. So you would be looking for this to break back somewhere in. Some people would say that would be a market structure shift with this candle here, because I definitely thought it was too. As we broke below this trend line as well, like it's a double shift, right? Because we had this ascending, we had an ascension, we broke through on this bottom here, so it's a shift, market structure shift with a lower high put in, higher low, and a breakthrough there. I don't know, it's interesting, but use the 50-minute range. I love that. What do you mean? Because we broke into the 50-minute range. So you would be looking for like an extension beyond this before you'd be interested in it, something like that. And I'm not sure what you mean by use the 50-minute range. Yeah, I guess, I mean, you don't count it. It's tough to take entries off 1 minute candles anyway. You know, it's like, unless you just spend all your time on a 1 minute chart, so that it's just your bread and butter, it's risky for sure. But I hear you, because we could at any point base here and push right back up now. I would still be kind of considering a short, though. I don't know. Depends. This is what I'm saying. This is why it's tougher for me to take higher volume trades with lower leverage, just because you have to do more. And doing more is the hard part about trading, right? Like being correct over and over is tricky. The patience. There's so many things you got to fight when you're trying to size less. Like I use the Fibonacci's to find a 15 minutes. To find a 15 minutes, not the first 15-minute range, but just any 15-minute range to determine premium and discount levels. Gotcha. Way more clear there. So yeah, you're using like, you have a 15-minute chart up. You have a 15-minute chart up, and you're looking at levels like, yeah. So you'd want to see. I see that. I see what you're seeing. It'd be tough to get a market structure shift now with these candles now. Like we'd have to get back below this 10 o'clock candle to get a good shift, I think, right? I don't know. I'm not exactly keen to your strategy, but I like it, bro. I consider a lower high, lower low, higher low, higher high with at least 3 candles. Okay. So yeah, this range we're still respecting. Then in your opinion, we're still respecting this range, right? Because once, twice, 3, 4 times now we've had it at this price, and we did break out there, but we're getting pushed back into the 114s now. So I guess that's an interesting thing. I like it, Juan. I just learned more about you as a trader. I like that. 15-minute trader for your, is that for your entries too? So like you'll use that and then you'll get in on a 1 minute. You use the 15 for your levels. If you look at the 1 minute, my next market structure shift is a 22069 if it breaks. If you look at the 1 minute, my next market structure shift is at 2269. 22069 if it breaks. Right. I got you. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, buddy. Right, which is this candle here, this 10 o'clock candle like I thought. Yeah, I get your strategy, bro. You'd be waiting for a break of that, and you'd be playing shorts towards the bottom, potentially this candle, maybe this bottom here. I like it. 22,000 whole number would be your exit. You could probably go for a little lower. Yeah, I see you on. I see you on. Right now, we're kind of holding, though. Still just kind of going sideways to the top of this 15-minute range. There's so much time left. Market's only been open for an hour. I have 5.5 more hours to go. Then I would find a strong order block on the 5 minute as soon as it breaks the 22.069. Right, so you want to see this break, have some type of block like this on the other side, and then target the entry of it. Could be a short, so the block would be somewhere down here. Yeah. I like it. Kind of a resistance and kind of a ICT trader, but with some like levels, and I respect it. I do. It's all about just finding what works for us, right? Taking things that you see that you know work for other people, that you think can be tweaked slightly to make sense in your perspective and your narratives, and then, you know, tweaking them, put them in, and making money. Trading, what a beautiful thing we're doing here. Just looking at candlesticks on a chart. No, nothing crazy. We'll see the 2269 break, so Juan can get a setup here. We're kind of starting to go sideways a little bit. Yeah, mainly ICT with support and resistance. I love it. I do. ICT is tricky, but or not tricky. It's just so like there's so much shit around it, like narratives and like, oh, it's overused. Everyone in the social media world uses it. It's like whatever. I like ICT for the reason that it gives a narrative to the market. It makes you align what you're seeing with things that you know could play out, and so it's just an alignment tool. I like ICT for the reason that it develops the correct thoughts in trading, if that makes sense. And then support and resistance are pretty much my bread and butter too. That's pretty much what I trade with a little bit of ICT too. Like, I don't know, very sort of personalized to me, but also I don't know. You seem to like it somewhat too, Juan. You seem to see the market the way I do, so it's very fun. Very fun. Hopefully tomorrow we pass these combines and I don't have to keep playing around with them, and then we can just tomorrow would be Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday we'll be trading. Technically, I could trade tomorrow too, but we'll see. Hey. Hey. I probably gonna get out of here a little bit early, gentlemen. Juan and Brett. Even though I appreciate you guys a lot and love hanging out and don't want to go back to work, but I gotta go back to work. So I can keep paying for these combines until Topstep wants to be my only source of income. Right, Topstep? You wanna do that? You wanna pay me? Okay. Until then, we work. I love it though. I really do. I love just being in this spot where we're earning. I'm just so lucky. Like, we get to work hard, make a lot of money, be able to trade with it, and then from there, wait for it to free our family, right? Like, it's just time. Time's undefeated. You play it out long enough, and we'll be chilling. Have a good day, brother, man. You too, Saucy. I love you, buddy. Good luck when you do take a trade. Patience. Do your thing. And yeah, whatever happens, happens. You're the man. You got this. Juan, great luck to you too, sir, with your first day trading your funded account. I hope to see you tomorrow where you get to tell me you made some money. And until then, boys, take care. If you haven't hit that like button, you too, you definitely should. Helps a lot. And yeah, I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all. Take it easy. AKA tomorrow. Kind of getting that move too, Juan.